Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Mark Love, and today I'm going to be walking around a 2025. This is a Renegade Valencia, and it's the 38RB floor plan, which is a bath and a half double slide setup. Let's talk a little bit about the chassis first as we walk around here. These are built on Freightliner's S2 RV chassis. And it's kind of a unique setup, different than the M2. It is designed specifically for the RV industry. Let me get this unhooked. And there are some unique features about it. We'll talk about those as we go around, but this is powered by a 360 horse, 6.7 liter Cummins engine. So 360 horsepower, 800 foot-pounds of torque, and this unit has 12,000 pounds of towing on it. You can see how easy it is on these Super Cs to access your engine compartment, all your fluids, coolant, windshield wiper, air cleaner right here, a little gauge to tell you when it's starting to get a little bit, clouded up in there and you need to change it. Over here on the other side, if you're the type of person that does your own maintenance, you realize how convenient it is when you're doing your pre-check to walk through, check all your fluids, power steering fluid there, oil dipstick, water separator, everything right here, easy to access. Another unique thing, they've kind of designed a bumper that's somewhat breakaway. You can see the bolts there that kind of hinge it. In a front end accident, this is going to break away rather than destroy the whole bumper. And there's a little flange in here, so it doesn't even dig into the tire. They've just got a lot of great features on this chassis. And another thing, when you go to put the hood down, it's not going to slam on your head. It's got a soft close feature there. Oops. There we go. Didn't have that all the way down. Okay, another thing I like to point out is their breakaway mirrors. Sometimes if you've got a really tight garage you're trying to get it into and you want to shut these all the way down, it's easy to pull them in so you've got clearance. But if you do happen to hit something going down the road, these are going to collapse in rather than break off. And they are heavy duty. They're going to hold a couple 100 pounds without any problem. Now, I talked about some of the uniqueness of the S2 RV chassis. One of it is, this has got a depth fill right here, and it's a 100-gallon fuel tank. Now, most of the M2s, most of the other Super Cs, they have two 50-gallon fuel tanks, one on each side. So you have to fill them from both sides. It takes a long time to try to fill from one to the other. This fuel tank is actually in the back, in the middle of the chassis rails, up over the axle. The beauty about that is your weight balance. Everything is down the center and you're just filling 100-gallon tank. The fuel fills in the back, your depth fill is right here. And the other feature I like to point out is the ease of getting in. I like these treads here. If you got snow or crud on your shoes, scrapes it off real good. You've got nice grab handles to get up in here. So everything is really easy. You're kind of climbing into a taller vehicle, so it's nice to have all these handles. And while I'm right here, I'll point out you do have an air ride seat right there. Nice little feature. Very comfortable seats with these. Okay, let's walk down the outside and look at some of the compartments. Now, I left this slide in for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's easier to get to these compartments, but when we get inside, I like to show you how much room you have to walk through with that slide in. Okay, right here in our first compartment, we've got our chassis batteries on the left. Over on the right, we have our 300 amp hour Dragonfly lithium batteries. So this has got the lithium pack upgrade. Also comes with 600 watts of solar on the roof. And like I say, your standard, you're going to get two of those lithiums, but with the upgrade, you get that third one. You also have your Victron system there. That's your energy management system. 3,000 watt inverter with this, and I'll show you that on the other side. This compartment's our propane tank. Now these don't have the Oasis or the AquaHot hydronic heater. There is a tankless water heater, but this still has propane, and I kind of like that feature, especially if you go back in the woods and you know, want to cook outside. You've got a propane quick connect. Makes it a lot easier to control your heat. This is just your black and gray tanks here. This is actually our black tank with a true level monitoring system, or sea level, I guess they call that on the monitoring system. This compartment here has got our water closet, and I like the fact that these are etched in. You're never going to fade. You've got a whole house water filter, a power water hose reel, outside shower. You've got your tank fill right here, your dump valves, black tank wash, everything conveniently located. A very compact, tidy little compartment. Low point drains here. And then you've got your spigot for hot water, or for water if you want to hose off your windshield or something like that. And the other thing, as long as we're here, take a look at these latches on the compartment door. I've said it before, Renegade builds the best compartment doors in my opinion. Heavy duty, well insulated, and you don't have to slam them. You just shut them, they latch, and just about every time you never have issues with them. Okay, as we walk down, here is our diesel fill I was telling you. So right in the middle of your chassis rails is that 100-gallon tank. Makes for better balance compared to some of the other Freightliner chassis. This is our 8,000 watt diesel generator. One of the nice things about this generator, it's the most common for the RV industry. So if you do need to get parts or have service on it, you can get them. Where some of the bigger ones, you know, during the pandemic, there was a delay in parts, there was problems getting the generators. This one is always available. You got a little storage here too for a sewer hose if you want to carry that. Then back here we've got another storage compartment with our power rewind 50 amp cord. That's manual out, and it's a power rewind back in. Renegade does give you the adapter too. A lot of times you get to an RV park and realize there's only a 30 amp service. Well, you've got the dog bone there to hook up to that 30 amp. And you can see we've got our transfer switch and surge protector back there also. Okay, let's step around the back. Great looking cap on this. This is the burnout paint job, they call it. You know, one piece fiberglass shell on the top. It is seamed right here, second on the bottom. So again, if you were to have an accident and damage this, you're only replacing the lower part here, not the whole rear cap. That's kind of a nice feature. You can see we've got our 7-way plug. This is our 2-inch receiver, again, rated at 12,000 pounds. And by the way, this is a 33,000 GVW chassis, 33,000 pounds gross vehicular weight, with 12,000 pounds of towing there. And I like their lights too. The LEDs, they give you some marker lights up high. It's just a great look as you're going down the road. Okay, let's take a look at some of the storage on the passenger side. As you can see, this first one's a huge compartment, open all the way, so easier to get long items in there. And over here I mentioned this has got a propane tank. You've got a quick connect right down there, so if you have an outside grill or a heater or something you want to use, you can tie into your propane system very easily. Okay, again, another deep storage compartment. Nicely finished too. Then over in this compartment, You can see we've got an air hose. There's a compressor on board. You can tie into that on the other side. These actually are travel bars or transit bars. Now, when they come to us from the factory, they're not installed, but they recommend that you install them, keep your slides from kind of leaking out a little bit. It really isn't a problem, but they're there if you should need them. Above this compartment, we do have one of our 32-inch TVs. You actually have 4 TVs on this coach because everybody needs 4 TVs when you're camping. Nice sound bar there. This is our Truma AquaGo tankless water heater. And underneath we have one more storage compartment. Our 3,000 watt inverter is mounted right up there. And I don't know if I mentioned it or if we got a shot of the awning, but it's got the Girard lateral arm awnings. Some of the Veronas and the higher ends, they will get the Girard Nova package, which come down and articulate. This is just a single straight arm awning. Okay, let's go ahead and step inside and take a look at things. Now, as I mentioned outside, I wanted to leave this closed to give you an idea how much room you've got to travel through here. With this slide in, you can see if you've got a big dog or something, they've got plenty of room to get in here. You can access the half bathroom in the middle without any problem. And then another feature that all the Renegades have, you can take a look right here. It's your Vega Touch system. And what that is an app that allows you to control a lot of the features, including the slide outs. So since I'm all paired up, I'm going to go ahead and run this slide out right now. Very smooth, quiet operation. The beauty of having this app, if you're setting up by yourself, maybe you got a real close neighbor or a rock or a tree out there, you want to walk outside and keep an eye on it to make sure you don't hit it. It's easy to do when you're hooked up with the Vega Touch app. There we go. And as long as we're talking about that, I'll kind of point out what we've got right here. This is, in our settings, you go there, it'll give you which unit you're in, and then the pin. So once you're paired to it, you put that pin number in, and it allows you on this phone to do pretty much everything you can here. Right there is my furnace. I can control that from right here. All of my lights, got that here too, so I can turn them all on and off. Everything pretty much that you have on this system you have on your phone. So you'll want to get that if you buy one of these, because it's just really convenient to have. Okay, let's start back in the bedroom today. Move forward. As I mentioned, this is a bath and a half setup. Your main bathroom. Back here in the rear, you can see you've got plenty of room. Nice storage underneath. A little more storage over the toilet. You get a compartment up here. And then, of course, the medicine cabinet. Solid surface sink. And again, oops, we already looked at that, I guess. And then you do have the radius shower. Maybe one thing about the Valencia with the radius shower, they're a little bit smaller than some of the other showers, but there's still plenty of room. And I'll show you. You got the skylight up here, so if you're over 6 foot, you don't have any problem getting in here and taking a shower. There we go. As we step into the bedroom, first thing, you've got pedestals on each side there. You do have some USBs, and they're actually tucked in on each side of the bed. So if you have a sleep machine, you can plug it in. Cell phone chargers. Several plugs throughout have a couple of 110s and a USB and a USB-C hookup right there. We also get another very deep storage compartment overhead, and again, that's all the way open. And this unit here has solid wood cabinets. You can reach back here on your stiles and you don't feel a paper wrap. I think Renegade does a beautiful job with their cabinetry, the way it's finished. This is the Augusta interior with your solid maple cabinets, brushed nickel hardware with hidden hinges. Do get a couple of reading lights here. Another one of your Firefox panels. You can shut all your lights off and so forth when you're laying in bed. Each side of the bed, you do have a couple of functioning windows, so you can lift that up, get a breeze through there. And this has the manual day-night shades throughout. By the way, those are dual pane windows, frameless dual pane windows, so it's really a great look. Okay, let's take a look at some of our wardrobe area. So on each side of our TV, you can see you've got a place to hang some clothes. You get 4 deep pull-out drawers. A couple of things I like to point out. Number one, check out the joint there. Great looking dovetail. This is thick, real wood. It's a solid cabinet, and they all have the soft close feature. Here in the middle, we do have a place for video components. And by the way, this is comes with your in-motion satellite. Of course, you need to get your own receiver boxes. But you got a little video component area there. A few more drawers. This one's really a large one. And then a couple more down here. And then this side just duplicates what we've got on the other side. So again, wardrobe, storage, 4 full pull-out drawers. Oops. What am I doing? There we go. And then we do get another 32-inch TV in the bedroom. Under your bed here, this is one of the unique things that Renegade does. They put their 150-gallon water tank inside. So you've got 2 75-gallon tanks here. You can see your winterization bypass kit, very easy to access. Water pump is right here. So if you do need to replace it or work on it, it's easy to get to. And large main drains, so if it comes time to drain it, and you got 150 gallons, it doesn't take forever in here. But one of the beauties is you're in the enclosed heated area of the coach, so you don't have to worry about freeze-ups. These have better cold weather use. Okay, while we're here, I will show you, we've got a couple of solid doors here. And then right here across from the half bathroom is our stackable washer and dryer. Then here's our half bathroom. I'm just going to open up the storage we have here and get out of the way. Of course, when you're traveling and the bed slides in, it kind of closes off the back bathroom. You can still crawl across the bed to get to it, but it's nice to have this half bathroom. That is a porcelain macerator toilet, by the way. Push button macerator toilet. Okay, as we step into the living area, first off, we have a little bit of a pantry area above. And then down below here, we've got our 12-volt fuses and our 110 breakers. Everything's labeled right here, let you know what you're looking for. This does have the convertible dinette booth. So there's a little lever. You can drop that down. It rests on a couple of cleats there to make an extra sleeper. And then on each side, you've got a pull-out drawer. And this is the cushion. There's two of them that you're going to use to fill in the table if you do make a bed. Couple of seat belts on this side. The seat belts are only forward facing on this one. Okay, and then next to the dinette, we do have our theater seats, and these are a manual recline. They're across from our 39-inch main TV. You do get a little storage area down here, a couple of cup holders. And again, as you can see, you've got some 110 outlets there with your USB ports. You actually have that same setup over here on your dinette table too. Like I say, there's 4, 5, 6 different spots where you could charge your phone, plug in your computer, something like that. Over the theater seating here, again, we have another open compartment. And again, the frameless dual pane windows with your manual day and night shades. Okay, across from there, let's take a look at our kitchen. First of all, we've got a 18 cubic foot residential refrigerator. These all work off the inverter and those lithium batteries. They're very efficient, so they're not a big draw on your power. Does have the ice maker up there. Up here we've got another spot for some video components. A little more storage up there. Next to it here, you can see we've got our 3-burner propane stove. And this is what they call the sealed burner stove. If you look right here how tight that is, it keeps the food from getting down in there when you're cooking. It's a lot easier to keep this thing clean. And if you've ever cooked over gas, you know it's easier to control the heat. I actually prefer it over the induction, but either way you can make work. Convection microwave. And again, another large storage compartment above. And then down below here we get 3 more full pull-out drawers. Some storage underneath. And in this drawer, you can see we've got our whole house water filter. They do give you a little lube for your slide outs. Some touch-up paint, the 3 colors for the exterior. And then a few more of your remote controls there. Over here we've got a huge undermount stainless steel sink. This makes it easy to wipe your crumbs and stuff into the sink and keep it clean. You get a nice pull-out residential style sprayer there. We have more storage above. And then down below, you can see we've got a trash can and some extra storage down there. And then over your entryway here is your main TV. This is a 39-inch TV. It does pull out and articulate. So that's one in the bedroom, one in the living room. You have one outside, and there is a 4th TV up here in the bunk area. This is a 24-inch. Another nice feature is we've got this skylight, and Very easy to shut that off at night if you want to black everything out. And then we can also control a lot of our lights, our ceiling lights in the living room, the bunk lights. We have some nice accent lights up above here and little storage cubby right there. You can see we've got the collapsible ladder to climb up into your bunk. And when it's time to get rid of this, let's see, this slides away and makes it easy to access your cab area. So you're not banging your head as you climb in and out of the cab. So let's just talk a little bit about the dash here. Again, this is the S2 RV chassis by Freightliner with a 360 Cummins in it. I'll go ahead and turn that on and get my levelers off. By the way, these levelers are something that you can use with your phone and with that Vega Touch app. Okay, as you see, we've got our three-way camera system here. Let's get back in. We can get into our navigation. Nice little feature. This comes off. Maybe your co-pilot can do some navigating with you, but you don't have to have it on board or on the dash all the time. See, we've got our EQ leveler system there. Over here, we've got our emergency lights, footwell light, our lane departure warning. We can shut off if you're tired of hearing that beeping. We do have some docking lights outside. You can toggle back and forth between a trailer camera and the truck camera, you know, if you've got a stacker trailer and you want to keep an eye on it back there. Over here we have our ATC shut off. We do have a suspension dump. That's kind of nice if you're backing up to a trailer. Maybe you're a little bit too high. You can dump that suspension. Also, it's a good idea to dump it before you level. It gives you more travel with your auto levelers there. Your fast idle is all right here. Standard, you know, heat and air conditioning dash, nothing too fancy about that. Let's see. Over here we can Bluetooth in our phone, and this is where we would answer it. On this left side here, we can scroll through our main screen, get our trip tickets, or, you know, 8.5 miles a gallon. That's not bad for coming out here from Indiana. You can also scroll through your driving assistance. Now, this is equipped with the Detroit Assurance Package, which gives you your lane departure warning, blind spot warning. It has active braking and adaptive cruise control, so you can adjust, you know, how close you want to follow that traffic in front of you. You can see we also have a TPMS, tire pressure monitor system there. And get into your settings and adjust your lights and so forth. All done right here from the dash. Again, nothing too fancy. There's not too many different dials to keep an eye on. You do get two horns. You get your wimpy one there, and when you really want to let them know you're around, you get the big boy horn right there. So once again, we're in a 2025 Renegade Valencia. This is the 38RB floor plan. My name's Mark Love, and if you have any questions or you want to come out and maybe take one of these for a test drive, please reach out to me. You can contact me on my cell phone, 970-631-0083, or feel free to email me at mlove@transwest.com. I think that's about it for today. As soon as we're done, I'll remember something I wanted to talk about. But drive careful, my friends. Happy trails, and we'll see you next week.